pull up my power strip and try to plug this in while Eliza tells us the story of the clues. Can you start over?
Yeah, I will.
Because I don't even remember where we were talking anymore.
So the guy who owns our currency right now, even before right now, his name is Cream. So they were called Cream Credit. We're now on something called Schmeckles, still owned by him. Different story, doesn't make a difference. Everything's an RP, by the way.
Just a carrot in this discussion. Listening to Glut and Eliza like talk about cream with no context
credit all the time
is hilarious. Go on.
How much cream credit do you have?
You got any of that cream credit?
Yeah, just transfer that cream over. But
anyways, so now it's like, Schmeckles, because that's the username.
So now it's Schmeckles. There was like there's been a lot of problems with like the currency and how he's quote unquote corrupt and giving away money to his friends and like destroying our economy, just like that sort of stuff. So
do you remember when I made a comment to you the other night when you were like, yeah, I'm trying to sell stuff but nobody has any money, and I was like, that sounds like a broken economy. Bitch, go on. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you. So anyways, people were talking about how the ruler was corrupt.
Oh, people were talking about how all his money was corrupt and everything. There's been like riots every now and again outside of his house.
The carrots.
That was that wasn't even someone from our town, I learned.
That was weird.
That was someone who came in out of town just to cause trouble.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But fuck, I keep forgetting where I was going.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, he had some sort of maintenance going on, I guess, in the vault area where he keeps all of our money, because our money transferred over from Cream Credit to Schmeckle because we wanted it on the gold standard of a 1-to-1. So it wasn't just like made out of thin air.
Yeah. Which destroys a currency's value. We all know that.
Mm-hmm. So we did it so we changed everything over to gold standard. And I guess in the process of them doing that, they never revoked the rights of this one person. And this one person kept telling him to remove his authorization. He still has it for the vault, that he needs to get it removed.
Okay.
And like, mind you, they won't even give access to the vault to our current president.
Okay.
So we decided, like a bunch of us offline RPing, that we were going to start a bank heist. So we went on this whole wild goose chase type of thing. We hollowed out a whole mountain to put this gold in.
Okay. And
we thought of points around the map that would be good points for, like, to bring a stream or two for content, for a scavenger hunt, for this sort of thing. So the first place that we found on the map was a master sword that someone built.
Oh.
So we put a sign, the very first sign in his mine has something about, like, for all the trouble you've put us through in the town.
Okay.
Here's a little something to waste your time too. It was something about wasting our time. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But the first clue was seal away the darkness with each slice. And then in super small font underneath, I put the coordinates afterwards, because ultimately I don't want to rob him of his money. I just want to have fun meeting him.
Yeah.
And then, so that was at the Master Sword. Oh God, my chat just turned all red. What's happening?
Oh, they're talking about, someone asked what's happening and they said you're telling a story.
I'm telling a story of the RPing I've been doing on Eco.
Yep, she's been playing a shit ton of Eco, so she's telling us a story about it.
And so at the Master Sword, the next clue was then going to send him to Tangent's Island, who is our sheriff. And it's I edited these slightly from what I wrote too. So what was this one? Oh, it's very similar to explore the clean beaches of the law itself. It was something along the lines of, I had to edit this one because someone moved it, I think. But it was something along the lines of that too. It's all just stupid little scavenger hunt things that made him go somewhere.
Yeah.
So that was the one I wrote leading to his house, was to bring him to the sheriff's house, just to make him go out there because he lives in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
The next stop I made him go to is someone made a pentagram on the map that worships an otter.
A pentagram?
A pentagram, yes.
Okay. That worships an otter.
Yeah, there's an otter statue in the middle of it.
Hail, Otter.
Go on.
Hail the Otter Lord.
So, at the Sign and Tangent's house, or on his island, I said, it's not this top one. Ignore that top one. That's an idea someone had that I didn't like. It was a meme from a E3 thing, apparently. And I had to change this one too because someone decided to move it. We ended up having to claim all these blocks because apparently we can't even run a prank without anyone destroying everything.
Shocker.
So that was cool. Shocker. Yeah, big shocker.
Big shocker there.
So this one was like, allow the Dark Lord to be the voice of corruption, and that would lead them to the pentagram. And then I didn't write down the one for the Freedom Bridge. Oh shit, no. So the one that led to the Freedom Bridge was cross the bridge to the land that is truly free and re-enter the light. Because we have jokes that where he just was, like the pentagram area, pretty much we call it Uwu Nation.
Aww.
It's all owned by this one guy who runs Uwu Nation.
Okay.
It's pretty much just like his group of people.
Oh.
And they're pretty much like they're not meteor deniers, but they're the deniers of like pollution. They do whatever they want and just pollute anywhere they want. So
they sound like
always,
douchebags.
We always joke that they're like the not good people on the server and that sort of thing.
It doesn't sound like a joke. That sounds pretty real.
I mean, I hope everyone is just RPing about it. Some of them I know are getting pretty salty about everything, but and then it was re-enter the light. And then when they got to Freedom Bridge, I had written if only we could go back to the beginning where all things started. Which, reading that, if you're annoyed, you're gonna think everything's at the vault already. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Right? It's not. It's where we all spawned into the world, which is right behind his vault.
Wait, what? Read the clue again.
The clue is, if only we could go back to the place where, or if only we can go back to the beginning where this all started. Where it all began. If only we can go back to the beginning where it all began. And I put where it all began in green letters. Like, I changed the color of it from everything else. But everything has, like, coordinates underneath of it. So we're not scamming him out of his money. Just making him go through a bunch of different shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just trolling him, basically.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, he's not losing anything not having that gold in the vault either. And most of them aren't going to be playing until Monday, apparently, anyway.
Oh.
Yeah, all the people who own all the money are apparently not going to be logging on. Anyway.
What?
That's my story. We don't have a reaction from him yet, and I don't know if we will, but it was still fun. And that's
It was a good story. Yeah, no, I'm into it. Yeah. It was a good story.
I
it
think
seems
Safi
complicated. Safi
Which
got what?
part? I was gonna say,
Just
Safi messaged me that I have that it's my intervention at like 3 or 4 in the morning.
There's no intervening with Eliza in a game.
Absolutely not.
Aw, Trekkie. I hope we can give you some sort of comfort, honey. All right. What are we gonna draw?
I really don't know.
What am I inspired by? What do I feel like drawing? A space sloth. I could. I've never drawn a sloth. How about a space sloth with weed?
A space sloth
With weed!
with weed.
Sounds delightful. Let me look up what kind of sloth I want to draw. I get to choose. Pinterest is my favorite for references, by the way.
Wait, whose birthday is it?
Trekkie Queen's tomorrow. Yeah, happy Earth Day
Ooh,
birthday.
happy early.
Sloth.
I work tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll see them.
Oh my god, Seychelles. Yes. Ooh, we could do a dark crystal. We could do a dark crystal with a nug of weed in the middle of it, like as the shard, and then the space sloth like with it, in space. I'm into it. That's what we're doing. So, I'll write it down so I don't forget. So we're doing Space Sloth. We're doing Weed and Dark Crystal. All right.
Apparently, schools are now making a huge push to try to teach kids about weed since we're legalizing.
What are they going to teach them?
It's risks, apparently.
You know, someone was telling me when weed went legal in Colorado, they had a shit ton of people actually in the ER because everybody went overboard.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of cases of paranoia, but that's about all you're going to get bad from weed.
That's what I always tell people. I'm like, you might feel like you're going to die, but you won't.
You're just being paranoid, quite literally.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a good pick of a sloth. Let's see. What kind of sloth do I want to draw? They're all so cute. Was it 99% edibles? I believe that because edibles are insane. Oh, I should put myself in the art category.
No one ever stops when it comes to edibles either.
Nope.
People are like, oh, I don't feel it yet after 3 minutes. Cheers, by the way.
Cheers. Do I have a bowl left? Yeah, I can roast this one. Cheers, y'all. Paranoid to death. Yeah. No one dies from it. You just want to for a while. I've been too high, but I never get paranoid. It just fucks, like, all of a sudden I can't stand up straight and my eyes get really blurry. Like, it does. I've explained it to Eliza. It's like you try to move your vision and everything moves a lot slower than you actually thought your eyes moved. It does a thing. It's like when time does the thing. Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, cheers again. You missed my cheers.
I just saw Viana's in chat.
Bitch, hit that bomb. Yeah.
Hell yeah, Stajan. Eye shakes? I don't get that anymore. I don't smoke too much. I mean, it's very rare that I go overboard anymore.
Usually if I smoke too much, I just need to lay down. Like, it's quite literally just, like, my body being weird with, like, where my blood is.
Sign Oaks, 100%. I'm not ignoring you, Eliza, but you'll agree with me on this. Do not do edibles for your first time.
Oh, absolutely not. I recommend vaping
Please.
for the first time. Not long term, but for the first time. Just saying. And I recommend vaping for the first time over anything else because it is the fastest to go through your system for someone who's never experienced
And it's the
weed before.
weakest.
It is the weakest and the fastest, and probably one of the easiest to control because everyone dies in half a hit if they've never vaped before.
Zombies. I play that video every 420. The old lady that tells you how to chill out if you're too high. Mm-hmm. Edibles. And the thing with edibles is there's no way to gauge the dose, and everybody's metabolism is different. So those could last 12 hours for you or 2 hours. You don't know. But like Eliza said, a vape, a THC vape, it'll hit fast and it'll go away fast. The half-life is really short in your system, but you can gauge your exact dose. Like you can take one hit and put it away and you kind of get, like it'll say how many milligrams are on there and how many hits. Oh my God, Pulsar. You could send it to me in Discord or something and I can post it. I'll show Zeke. I'm so glad we used it correctly because I honestly had no clue. I didn't know. None. No idea. All right, I'm going to grind up some Poltergeist and I'll put a moon rock in it because we haven't done a moon rock. I haven't done a moon rock in a while.
Wait, what were people trying to say were wrong during the static build? Because I know a lot of people were freaking out when I told you guys to clip the wristband to the mat. Like they've never used a static board before.
I don't remember, honestly. It was too many weeks ago now. Bloody heck!
It's like that's one of the first things that we learn in computer hardware in college is how to set up a static mat.
Hi, Mosaica. How are you, love?
It just scares me that if the first step that people are suggesting you guys, they're getting wrong, I don't want to know. I don't want to know anymore.
I just really hope his chat knows that I don't actually take anyone's advice from chat. Like, I know how to put a computer together. Zeke plays dumb because it's funny. But we both know how to put it
Honestly-
together a computer, so we talk to chat, but I'm not taking dumb advice from chat.
Static mats are really overrated anyway.
I've never used
Just
one.
saying. Neither have I. Neither has anyone else that I know in like
Apparently Lee uses them.
Lee's special. Apparently, no one actually uses them here. You just touch your hand against metal before you reach into your computer like a normal person.
Really, Vissy? Yeah. I'm aware of myself. I don't wear socks. I put my foot on the base of my chair, which is metal, and I just put my PC together. I've never had a thing. But
Oh,
I can see how Zeke like is moving around a lot. He is probably creating a shit ton of static in there. I don't even know.
is his new desk has metal feet though, doesn't it?
We weren't doing it on the desk though. We had it on like a stone table.
On your stone and metal table.
It's wrought iron. I don't know if it works the same. Does it? Does anybody know? It's like
Does
a
wrought
nice
iron
table.
discharge electricity?
Yeah.
I would assume so.
I have
I
no
would
clue.
think so.
Is by
Rather-
licking the case. Oh. Really, Viata? I'm glad I'm not the only one. When I first built my PC, no one was using one. Like, I watched Linus Tech Tips, and he did not tell me to use one, so I just did not.
It's because no one uses them.
Just,
They're just to make people feel better. Like if you're working in a professional environment.
I was
yeah,
gonna say
use 'em.
exactly that. Or, like, if you
Because
are
you risk
professionally
fucking up-
making PCs or something.
You risk fucking other people's stuff up. It's
Yeah.
different when it's your own stuff because you can just go and get the warranty changed on it.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder of a process with somebody else's computer.
Damn, Glut. I mean, I do too. Like, you know, probably out of every 10 times I touch my dog, every one I shock them. Like, I shock their nose and I feel bad, but they don't seem to mind. I feel it though. I feel like this static zap between my finger and their nose, and I'm like, oh, hey there.
I have no idea what you said because my mom decided to come in my room and start talking to the dog.
Oh,
And
I was
like,
just saying,
why?
I statically shock my dogs all the time for some
Oh.
reason. Like, they come up to me and I'll go to pet them and I zap their nose.
I'm still confused why my mom came in here to talk to the dog.
Oh, your screen link just turned off. That must have been 15
'cause my-
minutes.
My screen locked.
Oh, I turned that off while I'm using
I
it.
didn't because
I'm just packing
I
a
fall
bowl.
asleep watching stuff.
Mats are, well, that's what I was going to say. Like, if you're an engineer or something, I get it. Like, they probably use those mats constantly because they do that for a living, like Eliza said, in a professional atmosphere. But, like, if you're not an idiot and you're at home, but I guess you can't say that because everybody's stupid these days. That poor woman crying for Trump to save America from the devil. That was just... Wow. What? She needs therapy and a hug from someone other than the priest that touched her.
Oh my god, I could just play Darkest Dungeon as you do art.
You could. You don't feel like arting?
I don't know. I'm just trying to get inspiration, just like thinking of things.
Yeah,
I think I
I'll
might be
start
too
drawing. If you
tired
get
for
inspired-
inspiration.
Well, I mean, that's true. You can always just sit there and hang out with people. Like, no pressure to draw with me.
Like I want to art, but I'm just like, what do I art?
It's a tough question. I'm going to do the dark crystal shape first. Actually, I'll probably just pull up a reference. Uh-oh, that might... Well, we'll see. We're testing the program. Let's see if it crashes it.
I wonder why my icons are huge, Stajan. I wonder why.
Assembling. Yes. She's blind, man. She's like legit blind. I just wanted a dark
I
crystal
don't think
shape.
people believe me when I say that I'm blind.
It's because you're super functional. It's because you weren't born blind, you know? Like, you've just been gradually getting blind. Like, she didn't even know, my dudes. Her doctor
I
was
know
like,
you're
yo.
joking, Stajan, but you're not the only one who does it. Like I know there's people who are serious about it.
All the time,
I-
actually. It's pretty common.
I am having major eco withdrawals, little.
Play some fucking eco, dude.
No, I can't. I need to separate myself. Plus, everyone's slowly quitting anyway.
Really? Already? Damn.
Well, no, because they're waiting for Monday because all the streamers left. So now they're all
is it getting
like,
wiped?
Yeah, it's getting
Yeah.
wiped. But I mean, it's gonna be wiped in 30 days once Monday starts.
Word on that. Why is it hard to find a picture of the dark crystal?
Isn't there a lot of different variations of it?
Of what? The dark crystal? No, there's the crystal and then the shard. But there's, in general,
just
one
different
pretty...
takes on it.
I mean, different, yeah. I just
And
want the
also,
in general
just
shape.
the name of it's kind of a
Well,
vague thing.
It's coming up with everything dark crystal. It's just, like, not the actual crystal. It's the movie. Like, pictures of the characters.
What if you search the dark crystal?
That's what I was literally just... Get out of my head.
Yeah,
I knew
Missy's
her
been
before
being
shit
my
started
eyes in
seriously
it.
gender. Me too. I knew Eliza when she could. Well, when she drove. We'll just say that. When
I was
she
able to
drove.
drive to your house
Mhm.
twice.
I think 3
Once?
times. One time
Was
you
it?
drove
I
down
don't know
and
if I
your
did
mom
3.
came down and drove back or something like that. Remember?
No,
Oh,
'cause that doesn't make sense.
I don't remember what happened. Your mom came to Brian's
No, I
house
mean
one
me
time for some
myself
reason.
driving.
Oh, yeah, twice I think.
Yeah, my mom drove down there for the futon. That might be the only time she's been down there, I think.
Oh my god, she's gonna be the E-cookie. Stop it, I'm dead. Wow, this is like... Maybe I'll just look up the shard. Dark crystal shard. E-cookie. Oh my god. I'm into it. See, they have a ton of pictures of the shard. That's a really cool GIF, actually.
Oh, I get called Cookie because if you look at my username and how it said it's eCook, so the way I was best able to describe it to a lot of people growing up was you take the E at the end and it's like it's Cookie.
She told me that, and I got sassy and said, I'm just going to call you Cookie. And there we are. And Cookie is ironically my first word I ever said as a human being. I like Cookie. I'll take that one, maybe. That one's not bad. I just want the outline. That's it. It's like... Wow, the dark crystal didn't do it.
The dog.
Ooh, that's a pretty good one. That's like clean lines. That's all I wanted was the outline, because the dark crystal is like in general pretty recognizable shape. Ooh, crystal of the dark crystal. Fuck you, Vissy. That was smart. Crystal of the dark crystal.
Or crystal from the dark crystal would probably work as well.
Yeah, I'll try that if this doesn't work. Maybe people just don't draw the crystal. They seem to want to draw Deet a lot, which is fine. Deet's like dope, but I ain't going for Deet right now. Fuck it. We got one. It's fine. Oh, that is not where I wanted to go. All right, let's test it. Is it still going to work? Holy shit. It didn't freeze.
What, going from app to app?
Uh-huh. Usually Procreate's the one. It's just Procreate. It freezes. Dude.
Oh, is it called the Crystal of Truth? Is
Is
that
it Crystal
why?
of Truth? Let's try it. Maybe. I mean, I think that is the name of it, but... Crystal of Truth. Dude, it still doesn't come up with pictures. And that's the literal name. Crystal of Truth, Dark Crystal. Dark Crystal, Crystal of Truth? I mean, that's a cool one. Maybe it'll come up with others. Hell yeah, we got some good ones. That was smart. Of course you don't have wings. You're a boy. Ooh.
I thought there was a perspective in this one.
Perspective? There is.
Perspective.
It's the third choice on the bottom, yeah. And then, but you got to pick your point. You got to pick your vanishing point on the screen. Yeah, so wherever you touch your cursor, that will be the, you know, middle back, I guess you would say. Giggity?
Oh, is isometric what I actually want? No. See, I want this, but perspective form.
What do you mean? How would you make cubes a perspective?
What do you mean?
They're square. Like you would, I mean, you could take that grid and like shrink it. Like you could literally like capture that grid and shrink one side of it if you really wanted to, but I mean, do the perspective one and then just do rules of threes, like create 3 blocks horizontally. So you'll have a horizontal block on the top that's your background, horizontal top through or horizontal bar through the middle. It's your middle ground, and then your foreground.
My brain doesn't really work in circles. So like looking at this,
That
and
circle
it
I think goes away.
I don't know.
It done. You don't know because you haven't clicked it yet.
It has
Boom.
the circle there though.
What are you talking about?
I can mentally see the circle.
So you, I mean, just like make a black cube and cover the middle. If it like helps your brain, would that help? Like
no, like
because that's literally how the world works. I mean, that's how the world works.
I know that's how the world works, but like my brain sort of thinks in more of like a symmetrical sense, like symmetrical straight edge type of sense, rather than like infinite line, never ending circular madness.
I get what you're
Type
saying.
of thing.
I get what you're saying. Perspective is difficult. I look up. You can go on Etsy or on If you go,
I'm busy tripping out just doing this.
if you,
Does this look trippy to you?
yes, I hate it. Stop. If
Okay,
you go to
I'm sorry.
Pinterest, you can look up like, you can literally look up 1 perspective city or 2 perspective city, and it will give you like a basic outline of what that would look like. So like,
Bitch, you
2
just gave me a fucking idea.
perspective.
I'm gonna draw a map for the next city.
Hell yeah. But if you look this up, like it tells you how to make those 2 points, and so you don't have to look at all those lines. You know what I mean? Like you could literally use this, like add it to your photo and just trace over it, and then you have your shit. I don't know if you're watching my stream, but it helps me. I love looking up perspective stuff. 'Cause my brain is
am looking at
fucky. Oh my god, right? I watched all that extra footage after the series of Dark Crystal. And I had no idea. It's like, isn't it like, is it 2 or 3 people? Like there's one person all up in there operating the head, and then there's I think 2 people operating arms. It's wild. Yeah, there's so many people. I have a brand new bowl if anybody would like to cheers. Yes! Oh my god, monster cheers. Aren't these ones good? This and the white one's my favorite, I think.
Oh, I should get a monster. I haven't had one yet today.
Oh, grab one. And we'll finish your idea first. Finish what you were doing. Don't leave your idea.
Oh, my next part of the idea was just gonna make this.
I'll cheers with you again, Seychelles. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm so happy this program works. You have no idea. Man. All right. So let's do a drawing.
I feel like we looked at this at one point and we didn't get it for some reason.
Looked at what?
This program, this part of Elgato, it might not have just been software. I think it might have been like a physical thing you had to buy.
Oh, yeah.
So I've definitely looked into
Mark.
this before.
Dude, I mean, if you're willing to, dude, those were amazing. They might intimidate the fuck out of her, but they're amazing. Mark sent me some insanely awesome perspective guides. They're like, at first you're really confused, but if you just look for the points of perspective, it's really easy once you like look at it. Is that literally the dark crystal? I think I found a good one. Oh, dude, look at all those people. I love that.
Let me turn my fucking thing to not